I was 17 when it began. After my grandmother passed, my mom and I moved into her old home in Vermont. She had died alone, no explanation, no warning, just a cold body and a locked bedroom. They said it was a heart attack, but no one explained the deep claw marks on the back of the door. I remember my mom saying, "Don't think about it too much. Old houses creak, people lose their minds near the end." But I did think about it, and what I found was much, much worse than creaking floorboards. The first night felt wrong. The air was heavy, like something unseen was holding its breath. Remember waking at 3:17 a.m., cold sweat, choking. Something invisible was around my neck. When I turned on the light, I expected to see someone in the room, but there was nothing. No one, only my mirror across the room. My reflection was staring back at me, but it didn't move when I did. And then, it smiled. I didn't. For the next week, strange things kept happening. Mirrors fogged up on their own. Objects moved when I wasn't looking. And every time I passed the bathroom, I swore I saw a second shadow behind me. Thin, watching. And then, the dreams began. I would see a boy crouched in a corner, his mouth too wide, his eyes pitch black. He whispered things I couldn't understand, until one night he said, "She can't protect you forever." I woke up screaming. That morning, I found water on the floor of my room. Footprints, bare feet, leading from the closet to my bed. Except they were facing the bed, like someone had been standing over me, watching me sleep. And they were wet. But the most disturbing thing was the closet itself. The walls inside were covered in long scratch marks, and behind the back panel, I found a handprint. It was pressed into the wood, blackened, burnt in, and smaller than mine. That same night, I saw her. She appeared near the stairs. A woman, soaked to the skin, hair hanging over her face, her dress torn at the sleeves. She didn't speak. She didn't blink. She simply pointed to my closet. The moment she did, the doorknob started to shake. Then it rattled violently. Scratch, scratch. A growl echoed from behind it. I screamed for my mom, but when she came running, the woman was gone. The growling stopped. Only I could see them. Only I could hear them. And I was no longer sure which of them wanted me dead and which one wanted me safe. I started researching the house. Old archives, obituaries, anything. And I found something horrifying. In 1964, a 12-year-old boy named Elias Harrow disappeared in that house. The only thing left behind was a shattered mirror in the attic, and a photo of him smiling, his reflection smiling wider than his real face. Police never found him. But in the years that followed, 4 more people died mysteriously in that home. Each one at 3:17 a.m. Just like I had woken up, I confronted my mom. She looked shaken, then finally confessed. "Your grandmother always said this house was cursed, that something came through the mirrors." She called it the Hollow One, and she said a woman tried to stop it and drowned in the process. That's when I knew. The woman, the one I kept seeing, she wasn't trying to hurt me. She had died trying to seal it away, and now it was breaking loose again. That night was the worst of all. I set up a camera to catch whatever was happening. At 3:17 a.m., the footage showed my bedroom door opening on its own, a tall black shape crawling across the ceiling, and my mirror, rippling like water. Then she appeared, the woman, stepping between me and the creature. The shadow shrieked, high, inhuman, unbearable. And then, everything exploded. The camera cut out. Lights blew, and I woke up on the floor with blood dripping from my ears. But something changed after that. The dreams stopped. The knocking stopped. And the mirror, cracked down the center, stayed quiet. For a while, until 2 nights ago. I looked in the hallway mirror, and behind my reflection, I saw him, Elias, standing upside down on the ceiling, grinning, his black eyes locked on mine. But, before I could scream, a wet hand touched the glass from the inside, the woman's, and then he was gone. Now, every mirror in the house has been covered. I sleep with the lights on, and I listen, because somewhere in the silence, they're still fighting. One wants me as a vessel. The other gave her soul to keep me safe, and I don't know how much longer she can hold him back. But if she ever stops, if you hear scratching from your mirror, or your reflection smiles without you, remember this: you're not alone, but you might not be on the side you think.